Hi there, this is Architect David. Welcome to Arkida, where you can learn anything and everything about construction. Today, we will be discussing about the various filtration systems. You may start wondering if you got the right filtration system for your own use. So, read on and learn. But first, we shall be discussing about the types of water. The first one is what is called as hard water. As you can see from the pictures, it accumulates calcium deposits. So if your fixtures have accumulated calcium deposits, then most probably the water that you are getting out of your tap is hard water. The next one is called soft water. If you'll notice on the picture above, the soft water produces lots of bubbles. Hard water does not produce so much bubbles. Soft water can be termed as it has been treated by a purification system already. The next type is called raw water. This can be found in streams, brooks, or any open areas. Generally, it is not considered safe for human consumption. So you still need to filter this water. The next one is called treated water. This undergoes a processing to serve a specific end use. So it can either be the additional of hydrogen dioxide or the removal of hydrogen dioxide. This is all dependent on where the water source came from. The next is called filtered water. This is what you are now commonly used to see. You can either have it on a pitcher filtered pitcher water, or you can have, as the picture shows below, a filtered type of tap. Another type is called distilled water. This is where you boil the water, then you capture the steam from it, and you collect it, and that is what you will drink. The next is called purified water. This is what can be seen in most bottled waters in the groceries. Purified water goes through a process similar to what filtered water goes through, but with a few additional steps like reverse osmosis, distillation, and deionization. Then the last is called ionized water. This is where you induce electricity to filter the water. There are two variations wherein it can be ionized alkaline water or just plain alkaline water. I know it has been discussed in the previous videos, but let me add to the types of water source. The first is rain. Rainwater is a relatively clean water source, and with necessary caution, it can be even used for potable consumptions, meaning to say, whatever you can collect from rainwater has to be filtered. For those of you who live in areas where it snows, you can also use snow as a water source. But again, you still have to filter that water once the snow has melted into a water form. Then the last is reclaimed or recycled water. This may be a sensitive topic to some because some cannot even accept the idea of drinking reclaimed or recycled water. So again, for reclaimed or recycled water, this is non-potable, meaning to say you may use it to water the plants, to do your laundry, to wash your hands, but never to drink it. Now talking about the filtration system, the first type of filtration is called the activated carbon. It is usually just a charcoal fitted into a canister, as you can see on the picture above. What the activated carbon does is to take out the smell from the water itself. Whether it is, there are times wherein if you get the water from the tap, it smells like chlorine. You have to make it run through an activated carbon filter so that the chlorine smell can be taken out. The next type of filtration is called the ion exchange. This is different from the alkaline because the ion exchange does not require any kind of electricity. This just replaces one ion from another. Let's say you would like to replace calcium or magnesium ion, which causes water hardness, with sodium ion. Now, for every user, if this is your preference, then you may want to consider using or installing an ion exchange filtration system. The next filtration system is called the reverse osmosis or RO system. It is good for the effective removal of high percentage of toxins including fluoride, hexavalent chromium, arsenic, nitrates or nitrites, copper, radium, salt, and more. Although you may have to install an electrical system or electrical plug beside it because this is always connected to a electricity or electrical system. The next filtration system is called the mechanical. This is usually used for bigger structures wherein it is used as the pre-filtration method, meaning to say from the water source it goes through a mechanical filtration system before it is passed through the different spaces wherein water is to be distributed. Another filtration system which may require electricity is called the ultraviolet purification process or the ultraviolet filters. The water passes through a canister with an ultraviolet bulb inside it. Once you turn on the light, it will now expose the water through ultraviolet light, wherein it will kill all bacteria and viruses in that water. Another variation of a water filter is called the activated alumina water filter. As you can see or read from down below, the pros and cons of it. So, just reading through it, it would give you a general understanding of how this activated alumina water filter works. As discussed previously, this is an activated carbon filter. If you will read through the pros and cons down below, it will give you a general understanding of how this type of filter works. Next is called the ceramic filter. It's the most inexpensive type of filter. If you look at the picture down below, you could see that this type of filter is usually made by Korea. But there are, if you look at the topmost picture, there are big ceramic filters for home usage also. So again, it would be dependent on your budget on what type of filtration if in case you do want to take a ceramic filter. Again, I took the liberty of repeating the reverse osmosis filter because in this slide it shows you the pros and cons of using a reverse osmosis filter. Just like in the previous slide, I again took the liberty of introducing the ultraviolet water purifier here because it now indicates the pros and cons of using an ultraviolet water purifier. This time I'm talking about water distillation. As indicated in the first sentence up above, distillation is a process of water purification with very high efficiency. The only cons of this is that it takes a huge amount of energy to boil the water. Whether you're going to use your LPG tank or you're just going to use just plain firewood, it will take a lot to make the water boil and it is going to be very slow to get the condensate water out of it. Now this is a water filter picture. Meaning to say, this is the most cheapest type of water filtration system. As you can see, the cons is it's slow, it is confined capacity because you need to pour water in and wait for it to work. But again, I find this quite expensive because if you are heavy user of water, drinking water at home, you may need to replace that filter once every 4 to 6 months. Another one of the filtration system is called the faucet water filter, as you can see from the picture with the arrow pointing to the water filter itself. This is used for drinking water, yes, but most of the time when you open the tap, you use it to wash your hands and to use it to wash your dishes, but rarely for drinking. So meaning to say, this again would be quite expensive because you will have to replace your filters every 4 to 6 months. For those of you who would like to have a filtered water in your shower system, you can also install a shower head filter. It removes the simple contaminants, it improves your hair and skin, it's inexpensive, and it's easy to install. Now this is called the countertop water filter. Based on the picture above, you can see that it is only one filter, but you can also have that variation of installing 3 types of water filters. Now, a most commonly used type of water filter is called the under sink water filter, wherein no one can see where your water filter is. It gives your countertop free space. Now, the last filtration system is called the whole house water filter system. Meaning to say you will install a mechanical filtration system before this system so that when water enters through this system, it is already filtered for it to become potable. Click the subscribe button to discover all the other videos in this site. Click the notification bell to be notified about new videos that we post. If you have additional comments, please post them down below or at our Arkida Facebook page, and I will answer all your queries. Thank you.